Hey everyone, my name is Perry, and welcome back to the Cassette Phase. So, you all know that I like to experiment with content format and structure here on the channel. I feel like I kind of have to if I ever want to grow here on YouTube. Well, as a result, I want to try to mix in a shorter video format so that hopefully I can put out content more frequently. I will still do my half-hour-long hangout videos for some of those larger topics that I really want to get in depth about. But I thought I might try pulling out the Today's Time Capsule segment from some of those videos and maybe doing a series of videos where it really is just that Today's Time Capsule portion. And today will be our first step down that path. I hope you all enjoy it. So, the Trapper Keeper, the Ferrari of school supplies. If you were a kid in the 80s or the early 90s, this binder was like a lifestyle choice. These things were like a status symbol in the school hallway, and you could tell a lot about someone by their Trapper Keeper. You know, maybe they had the laser grid design, or the surfer dude, or the majestic rainbow unicorn. Now, these things held papers and assignments, sure. But more importantly, they held secrets and drawings and that one note from your 5th grade crush that you just couldn't throw away. And what about that Velcro flap? Yeah, I'm telling you, that was one of the sounds of the 80s, as you'll hear in just a minute. Looking back though, the Trapper Keeper is just one more example of a time capsule, and the very reason that channels like mine even exist in the first place. It was a neon, Velcro-sealed snapshot of being a kid in a world full of Lisa Frank colors and cartoon character lunchboxes. And yeah, Google Drive and the cloud can hold thousands and thousands of files nowadays, but they can't hold the heart of a handwritten note folded into a perfect little triangle and tucked behind a folder marked Science. Okay everyone, welcome back to the Ottoman, and welcome to another great day here in the den. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know that today's time capsule almost always involves a little bit of show and tell. So we're going to take a quick look at just a few Trapper Keepers that I have here in the collection. Now none of these are vintage, these are all re-release, but you know what? They still scratch that itch. You know, they give you the feeling. Because I think that some of these designs, if they weren't exact recreations from some of the Trapper Keepers back in the 80s and the 90s, they're pretty close. They're definitely reminiscent. So you could pay a pretty penny for a true vintage Trapper Keeper. So I was really happy when I saw that they were going to re-release some of these over the past few years. So I mentioned the sound of the Velcro. Let's go ahead and hear that really quick. Tell me that just doesn't take you back. And I think this was the first one that I got. Remember this, it's like mesh netting that you could tuck a bunch of papers into, and by the end of the school year, this thing was overflowing and usually coming apart and you know, all marked up with pen. And then of course you have to have some folders inside, right? Some portfolios. Name and subject. And this is a little marked up. You know, I've had this for several years at this point. But yeah, remember the folders had some information on the inside about like conversion tables and other useful information. I had kind of forgotten about that until I opened this up when I first got it and was quickly reminded that was there. Another one here. Same things on the inside. So that's the first one. I have 3 that I'm going to show you today. This next one I really like because it's got like a splatter paint design. That just screams late 80s to me. Love that. You know, the lighting in here isn't the best, so it's probably not picking up, but these are really bright neon colors here on this splatter paint. Here we go again with the Velcro. And let's see what we've got inside on this one. So this may have been a different year. It's got just the standard, like, this isn't as fun as the mesh netting one that we had on the other one, but this one came with a pouch, a pencil pouch. I don't remember them ever coming with these when I was a kid. Is there anything in here? Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay, I remember now. It came with some stickers. And, oh cool, some slab bracelets. See, I haven't opened this up since I first got it, you know, probably 2 years ago, maybe even longer than that. So I didn't know that the pencil pouch inside had stickers and slab bracelets. I had kind of forgotten about that, but how cool is that? And then of course you've got the portfolios, this time in a purple and teal, which is awesome. More helpful information, useful information on both sides. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I had folders in grade school, I found that they did a better job if they had the horizontal pockets on them. It held everything better than these vertical ones, in my opinion. I could never keep my stuff to stay in these. Oh wow, now look at that folder. That is just like Nickelodeon on a school supply, is it not? Amazing. Love it. All right, so let's close this one back up. I will put the stuff back in the pouch here in just a minute, but I've got one more to show you. As I mentioned in my last video, my birthday was last weekend, and several of you sent well wishes, so I appreciate that. One of the things that the family got me was a Trapper Keeper, and this time we've got a Stranger Things themed Trapper Keeper that I haven't even opened yet. So I figure we'll do that here on the channel. See what they're kind of doing with this next re-release or modern retro Trapper Keeper. Got some cool artwork there. The Mind Flayer hovering over Hawkins Middle School gym as the students dance inside to Cyndi Lauper and the Police. Remember that? Here's the sound again. That one had a really good grip. Okay, a little disappointed that they gave us another one of these types of pockets on the inside instead of the original, but that's okay. And you've got your classic Trapper Keeper portfolio, but of course with the Stranger Things branding, which is awesome. Let's see if they did anything creative on the inside here. Nope. Missed opportunity there. They could have given us some Stranger Thing Easter eggs there, but I get it. And that one's really cool. That one, the word mark there really pops on that black folder. The black and the red. Classic Stranger Things colors. And then to add to it, I also got an additional folder portfolio to put inside there. Right here. And I've shown you in the past, I have a couple of the spiral notebooks too. So if I wanted to put together a whole Stranger Things binder, which I might do, I can certainly do that. But there you have it. 3 examples of modern day, but still very retro, vintage, nostalgic feeling Trapper Keepers. And there we are. So I hope that you all enjoyed our quick little trip back in time today. And if you did, consider subscribing for more 80s and 90s nostalgia. But for now, and as always, relax. Enjoy life and be kind. We'll see you in the next one.